Okay, let's bring our attention over to gold now, and specifically the renowned Abitibi region. Now, for most of you, you'll remember Yamana Gold acquiring Monarch Gold for $200 million late last year. So you're saying, how is Monarch still here? Well, that team is at it again. That was Monarch Gold. Now this is Monarch Mining. It's well-funded, and it's looking to get its Beaufort mine back into production. We're joined today by Jean-Marc Lacoste. He is CEO of Monarch Mining. Jean-Marc earned his bachelor's degree in economics from McGill University in Montreal. From 2004 to 2010, he took a major role in Golden Goose Resources, where he became president and CEO. As CEO of Monarch Gold, he successfully turned a $2 million market cap company into a $200 million transaction with Yamana. As I mentioned off of the top, he did that in less than 8 years. Jean-Marc has a great leadership skills, and it'll be, sir, we're pretty sure you're going to be a pretty good asset to the Monarch Mining Corporation as well. So Jean-Marc, welcome to the Global Mining Symposium. How are things going for you today?
Very good. Yourself?
We're doing wonderful. We're doing wonderful. We're having fun learning about all these fantastic opportunities in our sector, and very interested in learning about. I know we have a lot of people that are be tuning in to hear what this incarnation of Monarch is going to look like. So I'll turn it over to you to guide us through.
Okay, and to answer your question, I am talking directly from La Belle Province in Quebec, about an hour north of Montreal in the Laurentian pandemia, forcing us to work from home. So I know you asked the question to everyone. So
thank you. I did forget to ask you. We would have missed that. There we go. Because while we've covered some projects in Quebec, you're our first participant to be joining from La Belle Province. So yeah. Welcome. And it's great to have someone from Quebec tuning in or talking to us from Quebec. So away you go, Jean-Marc.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start with the presentation. I think I would like to know if you guys can see my screen right now. Is it something that everybody sees?
We can. Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent. So thanks for the nice introduction. And yes, I will be talking about Monarch Mining. It is the spin-off of Monarch Gold, the transaction with Yamana. So I'm going to try to give you a 5-minute overview of the company, and then we'll take on some question, from the chat room. So basically, let's start with the company was founded in January after the transaction with Yamana. You may ask yourself, why would you like to invest in Monarch Mining? And here are the top answers. We have a strong pipeline of great project in development phase. We got $20 million and a bit less at the moment, maybe 19 or 18 in the cash. We also have, we own 100% of all our properties, and we offer an attractive valuation vis-a-vis our peers. We offer a fully integrated mining company with the Beaufort mine, which is scheduled hopefully to be restarted by the end of this year. We are undergoing a 42,000-meter drill campaign that is yielding a lot of great gold results. We have other developing key projects. In total, we have 4 projects, including the Beaufort mine. So we have the Mackenzie Break, currently drilling at 2 drills. Quannar Gold just issued some results yesterday, and the Beaufort itself has the equivalent of 6 mills, right? 6 drill rigs working on the premises. Why Monarch? Well, of course, we have the proven track record that was mentioned earlier. We bought some asset from Richemont for $25 million in 2017. We turned it into a $200 million transaction with Yamana Gold in less than 3 years. We have a board with a lot of M&A experience, a lot of different transactions in the mining sector. The corporate overview right now, we have about 70 million shares outstanding. You can see from the graph the valuation upside. We sit right in the middle, a lot of upside potential to reach some of our peers. The corporate structure includes Alamos, who has close to over 13% of the company. We get Yamana Gold with 6%. And of course, management and board close to 3% of the shares outstanding. We also have some Quebec institutions that are supporting the company with 20%, and the retail 48%, which includes about 3 or 4 individual, about for 50% of that 48%. So this is a map of all the projects of Monarch Mining. We're basically looking at the eastern part of Abitibi, near the city of Val-d'Or. So you can tell in yellow all the properties that we own. In total, 300 square kilometers of prime real estate on the Cadillac Break in Quebec. Again, for those of you tuning in from around the world, the Cadillac Break produced 125 million ounces over the last century for the Canadian production. So we're glad to sitting on, like they say in the real estate, one of the prime sector. And we are in Quebec as well, being the 6th best jurisdiction in the world for mining. You can see the blue square in the middle of all these properties. This is our fully permitted mill that belongs 100% to Monarch. So that's how we offer the exposure to a developer that can become a producer. We're going to spend some of the budget over the next year into Beaufort at the tune of at least $5 million. We got Mackenzie 3.5 on exploration, and Quanar as well 1.5 on exploration. This is a picture of the Beaufort mine at surface, a picture as well of our first pour during the Monarch Gold days in October 2017. And you can see we own 100% of the Beaufort mine, and we had a $5 million injection with the Quebec Pension Fund back in May 2020 in order to start an exploration program that is still underway. That program yielded, as you can see on the screen here, 36 gram over 10 meters, 11 gram over 5 meter in a brand new sector of the mine. So this is longitudinal section of the mine. We're going to pass that because we don't have a lot of time today. But that gives you an idea. You can see the shaft of the Beaufort mine. More than 1.2 million ounces were already recovered from that mine in the last 30 years. And we're attacking the bottom of the mine. And all these new hits are around the ramp of the Beaufort mine that are pushing us to believe there will be a lot more gold in the future. So stay tuned for a resource estimate coming at the end of June. Again, the same picture. This is a picture of the Quebec and Ontario mines to see how deep they can go. We're only sitting at 800 meter deep at the Beaufort mine. Some of you might have been watching the West Dome discovery at Kena today that was announced. All these ounces are discovered at 1.6 kilometer deep. So we believe Beaufort has a lot yet to offer at that. We also have the Mackenzie break. You can look at the top grades, 7 meters of 32 grams, 14 meters of 14 grams. This is 70 square kilometers of prime real estate. Again, a lot of high-grade material coming out of that advanced property. This is a picture where you can see the pit. The 2 pits of 2018 were recovering about 150,000 ounces. The new resource is talking about closer to 400,000 ounces of high-grade material. And we're barely scratching the surface at about 300 meter deep. Quanar is the third project that we have in our portfolio. It's a fully permitted mine, ready to go. It needs a cash injection of about 30 million to deliver rock to the mill within a 10-month period. So that will most likely be the next project in the pipeline for Monarch Mining. This is our fully permitted mill. You could see some of the nice infrastructure picture. It's a 750 tons per day permitted. And this is where we intend to bring most of the ore that will be mined at all our projects. This is the management team and the board. You can go back online at the website of monarchmining.com and you could see all this presentation again. And conclusion, and this is where we end the 5 minutes. We have a well-funded company with $20 million in the bank, close to 900,000 ounces, M&I 588 and inferred 329. We own 100% of all projects. We have management with a proven track record. We offer a cash flow opportunity in 8 to 14 months. We have a low cash share structure, and we offer an attractive valuation at the price of $38 per ounce on the ground. At the end of this presentation, you could see a map with our neighbors, such as Agnico, Canadian Malartic, Wesdome, Eldorado, and you can also get the ounces per property. So feel free to go there and consult all the numbers for the company. So
Excellent.
I will be able to take some questions at the moment.
Great. And just to follow up on that, Jean-Marc, for all of our viewers, you're able to go to the Northern Miner website and you'll have access to all the presentations. So look forward to that. There's a lot of great information in all these presentations. So that's an important feature as well. Thank you, Jean-Marc, for that. Very interesting what's going on there. Did we hit upon targeted annual production at Beaufort? Can you give us a sense of that number?
We're hopeful that we're going to reach above 25,000 ounces on our way to 40 in a couple of years from now. The project itself is steering in the direction of trying to get 750 tons per day. So that would actually bring us closer to the 50,000 mark per year.
Okay. And then there's plans, though, to get it up a little bit further from there. Like if you wanted to go to 1,000 tons per day, what kind of investment would that be? Is that being considered?
The mill itself could be upgraded to about 1,500 for less than a $5 million injection. So yes, there is talk to go down that path, but we think we could actually achieve almost 1,500 if we would to, in a couple of years from now, start a secondary project and bring all the ore to the same mill.
Okay. Now, obviously a big theme here is that whole dynamic between M&A and consolidation, but also with COVID and the difficulty of doing due diligence. Give us your read. I mean, the Abitibi mining camp is such a renowned one in the entire world. Do you think that M&A consolidation has been a bit muted because of COVID? Do you see it accelerating? What's your read on that situation?
Well, I mean, the sad part about the pandemic, I mean, it was a good thing for Monarch back in the days. We had the best year ever in 2020 after the pandemic hit. And we've done a lot of transaction until it led to the Yamana transaction. So my thinking is there will be a new wave of M&A probably towards the end of this year as the gold price is firming up. We ourselves are never turning down a phone call. We make a lot of calls in per year. We're actually very keen in trying to see what's the next best thing for a company our size. The good news is we've proven with a track record that we are able to pull it off with some of the transaction that we've done. So my gut feeling is it will regain momentum towards the end of the year, but actually the fact that it's very quiet right now tells me there's a lot of people in data rooms looking at it, different potential deals. So I have a feeling that we're going to hear a little bit of a push on the M&A towards half and the end of this year.
The quiet before the storm. Now, you did move pretty quickly with Monarch Gold. We mentioned that off of the top. So give us your sense, where's Monarch Mining going to be in 3 years' time?
Well, we'll definitely be a producer. Hopefully, we can find ways to reach the 100,000 ounces a year level. And that could be done with, like I said, starting of our secondary satellite projects or a quicker method by acquisition. There is limited amount of partners or potential mergers in the region. If you, again, going back to the past, Monarch Gold acquired 13 properties from 5 different companies. So we know that this was a time of consolidation. So I think there's less and less. We're probably 4 or 5 players in Abitibi East right now. It's not like we were 25. So we all know each other. We all keep up with each other on what's happening. But ultimately, yes, there is room for another push, and that's what the big guys want to see. I mean, we have Alamos and Yamana as shareholders, and That's what they tell us. They said, go out there, get the best, the cream of the crop, and maybe there's a chance we'll step in again.
Excellent. And we have a question here on the estimate of CapEx needed to restart Beaufort from William Dorr.
Yeah, we're going to look at a CapEx of about roughly 10 to 15 million. And that would actually include the refurbishment of the mill. So we have about a $5 million budget for the mill and tailing facility. Everything's permitted, but there's a few pumps and a few things to change. And in this field, you turn around and you drop 300 grand on a piece of equipment. So we're thinking between 10 and 15, and we have sufficient funds right now to move forward, but we will look at non-dilutive ways to get this thing going so the shareholders don't suffer. And I am one of the big shareholder with some of my team's mates as well. So we always are concerned with dilution. So we will find cheap capital to get going.
Okay. Excellent, Jean-Marc. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us. It was an excellent presentation, and we wish you continued success through 2021.
My pleasure.